What up, what up, what up, it's your boy. Shout out to Eric Thomas and their company and everything that they do. Shout out to Carl and CJ as well. Thank you all for your company. I'm definitely appreciate everything you do. I have been benefactor of everything that you all do. Your motivation, your insight, your depth of knowledge, the fact that you guys are very solid, that y'all have religious convictions. These things are very important to me. But not only that, you all cover a broad spectrum of people. Your company knows no boundaries and is willing to show love and to give advice to the world. And so that's one thing that I'm definitely thankful for, and everything that you all do. Pray for continued success, Eric Thomas, and also as well, Inky Johnson. I heard you on the podcast as well. Thank you for what you do as well, and your determination, your voice, the conviction that you speak with, the fact that you are assertive, that you are confident, and that you are real. And I thank you for that, and everything else that you guys do, and everybody else who's connected with you guys, and I just thank you for what you do. That is the main reason why I am doing this video. You are one of the reasons that I'm doing this video. I had the entrepreneurship bug for a long time, and then I came across the videos about 3 years ago, and I've been following you all faithfully ever since then. One of the things that dawned on me after some series of events that took place a couple months ago, I realized that I did not want to have someone have so much power and trajectory over my life as far as my income and my emotions and my esteem and my vision and ideas that I have to bring to the table. And so I realized one of the only ways in order to do that, unless you align with a company that actually shares your vision and that can help you develop your vision, the best thing to do is actually jump, like Steve Harvey said, and go for your dreams and your goals. And hopefully you do those things within and go for your dreams and your goals. And hopefully whatever your dreams or goals are is not only going to be a benefit for yourself, but also is going to be something that edifies other people, that helps other people dream and have goals, and also to be an impact in other people's lives. And so that's what I want to do. And a couple of ways I want to do that is through one is starting my own clothing line. I know it may sound cliche, but I think I have a definite. May sounds cliche, but it's something that I believe that's on my heart. I love fashion. I love fashion, women's fashion, in the sense that women's fashion comes with a variety of things, and there's so much depth and design and thought put into women's clothing, and there's so many different things that you can do. And so I actually admire female clothing. Sometimes I get jealous because I go to stores and I see colors in Nikes or colors in Adidas that they don't give to men. I'm like, how come y'all don't give us those colors? We may like those colors as well. We may like that design. And so sometimes I'm not gonna lie, there's sometimes I see colors or designs on shoes, like, man, that design will look good on a men's shoe. Y'all should let us have that design as well. And so I admire female fashion. One of the things I want to do is start and the name of my clothing line would be called Project 31, inspired by the Proverbs 31 women. So I'll repeat the name of the clothing brand again. Project 31, inspired by Proverbs 31. The Proverbs 31 woman, who was very multifaceted. She was a great wife. She was a great entrepreneur. She was well received in her community. She had so many different types of skills that she put to use, and that she benefited from. She had financial literacy, and she was very good with money as well, and she made her husband proud. And so I wanna make sure that I want to create a brand that caters to the modern women, but also to the traditional women as well. And a brand that's modest and that is elegant, that is fashionable, that is chic, and a brand that doesn't take advantage of or try to manipulate the way God has designed women, but merely and more so complement the woman. Makes her feel good when she walks out the house. Something that sits well on her, for all shapes, sizes, and colors. So that's what I want to do. I want to start 2 department stores in strategic locations. Work with maybe a company like JCPenney or Woven Devotions, a new and up-and-coming clothing line, or Sweet Soul, a very elegant clothing line. And so the company will not just revolve around designs that have been produced by the Project 31 team, but also bring in other clothing brands that fit in the parameters of the mission and vision of the company, a brand that complements the women, that gives honor to the women, that makes the woman feel good, but also chic and fashionable as well, and staying with the trends as well in certain aspects. And also another way that I want to have the entrepreneurship type book is through having my own investment company, an investment company that has its hand in the technology world, that has its hand and maybe in publishing as well when it comes to books, because I'm an avid book reader. I love to read books. The narrative of Frederick Douglass' life changed my life. Booker T. Washington, his biography changed my life and my perspective on how I view the world. And so as I'm reading his book, I'm like, hold on, if this guy can be born in slavery, walk X amount of miles over to college, as in just coming out of the slave system, go down to Tuskegee, Alabama, start his own college with all of this Jim Crow lynching during that era, then what is my excuse not to do not to be successful in this era in which I do not face the same type of oppression, or nor do I face the same type of oppression at his magnitude. Now, I'm not the one who believes that racism and those types of things doesn't exist, but at the magnitude and degree of which these things exist today, and in which they did during his time, or Frederick Douglass's time, or Harriet Tubman's time, they don't compare. They're not comparable. And so I feel like it's an obligation that I follow in these guys' footsteps after I've heard their stories. And so that's what I want to do, is start my own investment company, in which we deal with those certain things. And the name of my investment company will be and is A Life's Purpose Investment Company, after my initials, ALP, Antonio Lewin Pino, or Pino. And so that's what I want to do. And those are a couple of things, and also because I'm a Christian. God, it was through Miles McPherson, listening to him and hearing the gospel, that I realized that there's more to life, and that he was the first man that I ever saw, like a guy who actually took care of responsibilities, a guy who actually had convictions. I was like, wow, like I never really saw men like that growing up. And so he was a very inspirational part of my thinking and my change through the gospel of Jesus Christ, and that's why I want. And that's why I want to also be involved in ministry as well. Be involved in working in the African American community, going to the detention centers, things that I have already done. Working in the jails down in Pensacola, Florida, speaking at the juvenile detention centers here in Lynchburg, Virginia. So those have been some things that I have definitely been honored and had the privilege to do. And so those are some things I want to continue to do. And so I'm being involved in ministry, and so I want to jump out on that, and be a part of that entrepreneur community, and be a leader in that realm, and create a platform and where I can be an inspiration. Also, where people can get advice, where people can seek employment as well, but also not to pigeonhole or to pigeonhole people, to actually help them to see their own visions. There's 50 states in America. There's over 300 million people, so everybody has a chance to actually live out their visions. Maybe you may not own your own company, but maybe it gives you the confidence to go align yourself with a brand or a company or a ministry that actually shares your same vision and passion, and or they actually honor and appreciate your vision or passion, and willing to bring you on board. So it's not necessarily everyone has to have their own company or something like that. But for those who do have that type of drive and who have that type of vision and want to take on our responsibility, then we should go ahead and do that, or you should go ahead and do that. You should go ahead and do that. So I want to follow in the footsteps of the guys and people who've come before me to have done that. Like I said, Booker T. Washington, Frederick Douglass, W.E.B. Du Bois, Henry Ford, Bill Gates, who started his own company, who trademarked the Microsoft name at the age of 19 years old. And you also have people like Abraham Lincoln, who never went to college, but he fought for what he wanted. He was told that it wasn't good for him to get an education. His father told him that. So he didn't come up in white privilege. His family was considered white trash. And so, but he saw past that, and he realized that he did not want to be what people wanted him to be. And so he became the president the United States, and was he was the main catalyst, or one of the main catalysts for the Emancipation Proclamation. So Emancipation Proclamations. And if you actually get a chance to actually read a story, a book by Dale Carnegie called The Lincoln the Unknown, and you get a better picture of who Lincoln is if you get to see a more objective view, and not just this mystified character. And you can actually end up having an appreciation for what he did. And so and so I have a newfound respect for Abraham Lincoln. So it's not just tied up a race. I know he said some controversial things, but just looking at it from a person who actually had to persevere through a lot of struggles. That's what I admired, and so that's what I admired about him. And so so that's where I'm at. And so with entrepreneurship, so hopefully many people watch this video, that you all share this video, that you give me prayer, you give me support. If you have any connections and people that you can link me up with, I'd definitely be happy about that as well. And so please watch this video. Hopefully this video is an inspiration to other people. But this is what I'm doing. I'm taking that jump. I want to be a part of that. I have the entrepreneur spirit. I want to be a good leader and owner of a company. And so that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm striving for, and that's what I'm working towards. So please give me some prayer. Share the video. Please watch. Thank you for everybody who does watch. Peace out. God bless.